Oh, no. Hey, now we're now our connection's available. Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here coming to you live for the final evening in Verde Valley in Arizona. Tomorrow I head to Picacho. I think that's how you say it. Picacho. It's about, according to the RV program, it's about just under 4 hours away, like 3.5 to 3 and 3/4 hours or something like that. So it's just somewhere between 3.5 to 4 hour drive from here. So we're going to get on the road early, no later than 9:30. We do have to stop and get groceries along the way, so we'll be doing that. But let's see, today was another day of writing. But first, the bittersweet ending. Oh, I finished North and South last night. 25 hours of viewing. Oh, God. I can't believe I watched 25 hours of one show, but it was three mini-series on 8 discs. Yeah, the last disc only had one episode on it because the last book was only 3 episodes. But it was, that was an epic saga. I loved reading the books years ago, and to be able to watch it again. I've watched it once before. It's 25 hours of viewing. It was just awesome. And then right at the end, on the very last disc, they had a special presentation there in a special features area. And I always love, and on some things I love going and looking at the special features because you never know what's going to be in there. And this was actually an interview they did 20 years later. Now, they filmed North and South back in 1984. It was released in 1985. So they were doing a lot of the recording in 1984. 20 years later, in 2004, they got Patrick Swayze, who played Ori Main, who was the Southern gentleman in the story. They had James Reed, who played George Hazard, who was the Northern gentleman in the story. They had Leslie Ann Down, who played Madeline, who was Ori Main's love interest through the thing. They had the author John Jakes. They had David Wolper, who was the producer, and he also produced Roots and Thornbirds, so think of those epic series. And then they have Bill Conti, who was the composer for all the music and everything else. And I can't remember if I think they might have had a couple of other people in there that I can't remember, but those are the main ones. And they were talking about the time of filming it and what it was like and all of this sort of thing. And the author was talking about writing the 3 books and then having them turned into a mini series and all of that. So it was really interesting to get the behind the scenes conversations and everything else that was going on, hearing it from the actor's point of view, the producer's point of view, the composer's point of view, the author's point of view, to see what he thought about. And in the book, in the Mexican battle, Ori loses his left arm. And they said, well, we can't have him do that in the miniseries. They're like, why not? And they said, well, we're going to have to strap, they said, would have to strap Patrick Swayze's left arm behind his back or something, then everybody's going to be asking throughout the whole thing, where's Patrick's arm? What have they done with his arm? Where's his arm? How have they got it fixed to him? And he's sort of like, oh, I see your point. So they made it a really bad leg injury, so he had to hobble around. And the author was okay with that change. So there was a couple of changes that they made where they had bits backwards and forwards, and so it was interesting to hearing the stories behind that. The stories behind, the second part of the miniseries was during the Civil War, so they had these epic battle scenes and all of that sort of stuff. And they were talking about how they did the epic battle scenes. They said, fortunately, there are these groups of, they called them fanatics, who love to reenact well-known battle scenes and all of that. So there's these reenactment clubs, groups, whatever they want to call them, associations that do all these battle reenactments and stuff. And so they would find out that, this particular group was reenacting a particular battle on a certain day, so they'd go in and film them. And so they never had to worry about costumes or telling them, well, this is what you need to do, that's what you need to do. They just let them come because they're all got their own costumes and everything. It's all fully authentic stuff. And they were basically playing out the battle as it happened. And so they said we didn't have to worry about anything as far as costumes go, extras go. They just brought along their own people with their own costumes and everything else, and we just fed and watered them and let them go for it. We didn't have to tell them, well, you've got to shoot over here, you got to run over here. They did it all themselves. They've reenacted these scenes so many times, these battles so many different times, that it was like second nature to these people. So they said for those epic battle scenes and everything else, yes, they had a couple of areas where they had to throw in like the main characters and things, but they said apart from that, it just the battle scenes just flowed beautifully with these reenactors who were doing all the reenacting for them. So it was bittersweet to see the end of that series. But it was a great series. I loved watching it. I love epic series like that. So now I'm on the lookout for my next epic series. But it'll have to be DVD because I don't know what my streaming capabilities are going to be like. Today was lots of twists and turns. I got a lot of writing done again today. I was super excited. I got some work done this morning, and then I got stuck in and got some more writing done on my book project. And was taking in a couple of different ways. Then I wrote out one character's storyline, and then I went and wrote out another character's storyline, and then realized that I had a few differences between the two. And it's like, which way shall we go? So we've got a couple of places in there that I've highlighted on both characters to say, well, in this character's mind it happened this way, in this character's mind it happened this way. Which way am I going to go? And then it was 5 o'clock, and I thought, okay, I'm done for the day. And I get up, and I thought, right, I'm going to start packing up the RV because we've got to get ready. We're traveling tomorrow, so making sure everything's battened down and all the everything's pinned down, tucked away, and everything else. So everything's mainly done. I've got the trash to take out in the morning, the DVDs to put away. That'll go away tonight. But basically everything's packed up, ready to go, ready for us to roll out early in the morning. And all of a sudden I had this thought of like, oh, what if? And sat down and wrote for another 2 hours. I'm busy packing up, and I come up with this what if idea, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's a whole different twist and turn and everything else, and how they do this and how they're going to do that, and da 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 da. And so now I have all this other list of questions going on, and this whole different alternative storyline, and I'm so like, oh my gosh. So really, really happy with the creativity that's come out of me in the last few days. It's been awesome, and the writing has just been flowing. It's been amazing. And tomorrow I don't get to write much because I'm traveling, but then my next 4 days are going to be writing days as well before I get down to Tucson, simply because the place where I'm camping is in the middle of nowhere. Yes, there is a town a couple of miles up the road and that sort of thing, but I have no transport apart from my RV, and so I just thought, and there's not a lot around there to see. Most of it, they're directing you down to Tucson. I'm going to be in Tucson on, I think Friday, the 24th, whatever day that is. Today's the 18th, so Thursday. Is it Thursday? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Yeah, Thursday. I don't even know where I am. Yeah, that's right, Thursday. So Thursday I arrive in Tucson, and on Friday I pick up the rental car, and I got my plans for Friday all worked out. And then Saturday, Sunday, it's Networking Riches. I'm going to be joining that online. It's going to be phenomenal. It's been held in Colorado Springs, so if you're in that area and you want to go, let me know and I'll send you the link to sign up. If you want to watch it via live stream, let me know and I'll send you the link for that as well. But I've got that Saturday, Sunday, and then, actually Sunday they finish around 1 or 2 o'clock local time. So it means I've got the afternoon free. So I may even go do something Sunday afternoon, or I may, because it's my Sunday, just put my feet up and do nothing. But who knows? Depends what the brain decides to do. So really enjoying the writing going on at the moment. So the next 4 days after I get down to Picacho are going to be all writing days again. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll be at a different camp resort. This camp resort has activities planned and that sort of thing too. So I'm going to go and hang out with those, check out their facilities that they have there. Is it this one or the one in Tucson? I think this one in Tucson has a barbecue restaurant. I may go check that out. I'm not sure yet. I'd have to see. Have to do it without the sauces. We shall see. We'll decide on that. And then when I get down to Tucson, I get to go exploring and delve into the Wild West, which I am super excited about because I already have an idea on a sequel to the one that I'm writing, because the one I'm writing takes place in Alaska and part of it takes place in Alaska and Ketchikan. Then it moves somewhere else, and then I was thinking, oh, Wild West. And because I was looking through all the stuff about the OK Corral and the gunfight, and then going to Old Tucson, and then thinking about going up to Apache Trail, where there's the ghost town up there in Superstition Mountain. So I was looking at all these places I'm going to be going over the next few days, next week, and I was sort of like, what if I based a story along a similar theme, in the Wild West? So now I've got that brewing in my head already, and I haven't even gotten there yet to go and see these places and dive in and start taking copious notes. So it's going to be an interesting time in Tucson. So this week is going to be, this coming week is going to be spent doing more writing on my current book that I'm working on, and trying to get some questions answered and that sort of stuff. There's a lot of research I need to do, so I've got my little research note list done. But because I haven't had very good internet connection here, it's very slow. I'm lucky to be able to get on to do my lives. And because I'll be just off the 10, I should have way better reception, but we will see. Then I hope to be able to get some research done as well. But when I get down to Tucson, it'll be researching the Wild West and going down to Tombstone, OK Corral, Apache Trail, Old Tucson, and what was the other ones I was going to do? I can't remember. But it's all going to be good. Yeah. The Wild West. Oh, this is going to be fun. But it's all to do with something that I really, really love, and I'm not going to say anything just yet because it's a surprise. But I can't wait to get down there and get exploring. But first of all, get some more writing done and see where that goes. So tomorrow it's out of here by 9, on the road no later than 9:30. So everything will be done tonight, packed away, with the exception of unplugging the water and the power in the morning. So when I get up in the morning, shower, get dressed, have a quick breakfast, probably just be a shake, a protein shake, and then go out and unhook the power and the water, get that stuff put away, and then it will be bring the slides in, the 2 slides, the living room one and the bedroom one, lift the feet up, do a final check on everything, make sure everything's buttoned down and that all the slides have come in correctly and that the feet have come up correctly, and then we tootle off down the road past Phoenix towards Tucson along the 10, get on the 17, then on the 17 to the 10, and head down the 10 to Picacho and spend 4 days there, and then on to Tucson. So tomorrow will be travel day, so I'm looking forward to it. Early night tonight. So short movie tonight. I don't know what I'm watching. We'll see. I have no clue. I finished North and South and I'm like, oh, what do I want to watch now? So I'm not sure if it's going to be an episode from a TV series or if it's going to be a movie. I have no clue. I'm going to go, I'll show you my binder. That's my DVD binder. It's got like 254 discs in that thing. So I am now going to go and flip through it and see if anything takes my fancy, but I don't want anything going, let's see, it's 8:14. Yeah, it's probably going to be something like an hour and a half or a TV episode or something. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Better go figure it out. Anyway, have a super fantastic sparkling evening, and we will catch you all tomorrow from Picacho and let you know how our day on the road went. Until then, hei konera.